Hello, 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 Chalkin History friends. It's Shelly. It is Sunday early evening. I'm home. It was a good visit. She's doing great. That's my mother-in-law, that is. She had a bad spill. It was 2 months yesterday. Pretty bad fall, and she is healing nicely. She is getting along pretty well. She is doing pretty good. Still so far to go. They actually told her she probably had a year of recovery till she got back to being normal, or not normal, back to her, I guess her normal, what she was doing prior to the fall. So long haul yet to go. Say hi, guys, as you're hopping on. So this is part 2. I think our key word was festive on Friday. Let's get our friends all put together and finished up. Say hello. Who's watching football? Tell me. All right, so as you remember, we had finished our gingerbread friend, and we decided to take his bow tie away. So we cut those off, and he just has his 2 halves of his vest, and we gave him a pretty a cute little ribbon, and we're gonna figure out how to attach that bell somehow. We'll do that, but now we need to finish our snowman friend, so that's what we're gonna work on today. So I have all his pieces. I also have our Gingy's cheeks, so because I painted the wrong pieces. That's what I figured out. I thought, oh, this isn't right. I cut this wrong. No, I just grabbed the wrong cutout. So I cut everything correctly. I just grabbed the wrong thing. So these are his cheekbones right there, his little cheekies. And we're just gonna kind of put those guys over here. So those will be cherry, because that's what we're using. We're using cherry red. This fits so much better, because last time I was like, wait a minute, my cuts are way off, but they were not. It was just the wrong cutout. So let's go ahead and put this guy down. We're using our ink mat, our new 9x12 ink mat, which I love. It's so super duper sticky. I am dedicating one just for use with like cutting or painting wood cutouts. I'm trying to line up this darn cutout here. It's wanting to stick to me and not the cutout. So let's do this one at a time. Let's just do this one at a time. This guy on. So there's a lot of mesh, and there's a very teeny, almost kind of like a 1/16 of an inch little perimeter or border we have. So what really holds it down is a very little transfer material, which is adhesive backed. Okay, so that is what's keeping that on there. Take this off. So much better than what we did last time. Let me put that aside. Let's get this guy correctly on there. Oops. And I brought down my special glue that I like, except, yep, got it. I was gonna say, where'd I put it? I got it. All right, let's get this guy's cheeks. We're using Cherry, our Ivy, and I believe we used Shimmer Shadow for whatever we used for black. So that's what we use for black. Okay, just put that over there and let that dry. So cute. Remember, if you don't have the wood cutouts or you don't want to play with the wood cutouts, you can always just chalk on the chubby itself. All right. Wood cutouts are absolutely not necessary. All right, here's our snowman's little buttons, but we're gonna go ahead and do our holly first since our cherry is open and out. Let's put this on our cutout. Do the berries, and then we can do the green on this guy next, because then I think that's the end of red and green for us right now. So just put very little on, wipe excess away, and then excess back in your jar. Let's open up our ivy. Another squeegee here. May have gotten a little bit of red in the green. We'll see how that gets in there. If you feel like you did, you can always like wipe it off. I'm kind of wipe that off just in case I did get it in the red. But we still need to get that excess, so we're going to go up and around. All right. Again, I'm just going to wipe that just in case I did. Let's take that off. Oh, perfect. How cute is that? You guys need a close-up, don't you? There we go. Get a little closer for you. All right, now here's our shimmer shadow, and we have marmalade. That's going to be for his nose. And then the rest of everything will be the black, the shimmer shadow. So I'm going to grab a wipe so we can clean up one of our squeegees real quick. Just get that off real quick. All right. Take this off the backer sheet, and then these guys are the eyes and his coal mouth. Let's do his nose first. This is the snowman we're doing all the accessory pieces for. Again, like the clothing, you probably will need to chalk it on either chalk suede paper or cardstock, or if you like the wood cutouts, that kind of builds up the layers. Otherwise, you just chalk on the paper and then cut it out. All right, there's his nose. Cute, 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 cute. All right, everything else is going to be shimmer shadow. So let's go ahead and clean this off again. And then we'll just use this for the shimmer shadow. Say hi as you're hopping on. Tell me where you're from, where you're watching from, who you're watching on TV if you're watching football. I watched the Browns this morning. Man, they almost had it. You know, we find a way to lose. I don't know. just don't get it. Just don't get it. Do you feel that way about your team? Like they always find they're winning, 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 and then all of a sudden they lose. They just can't help themselves. All right, let's do our hat. So I painted it white prior so that anywhere you see the white on the transfer will be the color of your paste. All right, so we're gonna make his top hat black. So his band will be white. Now, you could always go back and color in his band if you wanted, you know, like if you wanted to make that a red band across his hat, you could do that too. All right, let's open our Shimmer Shadow. I'm gonna put a decent amount on here. Today is my daughter and son-in-law's 1-year wedding anniversary. So we took out their cake and defrosted that today. They saved the top portion of their wedding cake, which is exciting. I'm so happy they did that. They also had cupcakes, and those flew off the table. Like they didn't even get their own cupcakes. They were so yummy. So yummy. All right, here's the hat. Let's take that off. Cute little top hat there. We gotta do the buttons and then the eyes and the nose. So let's go back and grab those transfers. Just kind of have them stuck to my tablecloth next to me here. All right, here's the eyes and the nose, or the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. All right, let's see. Based on the size of these, we may have to do these like one at a time. I want to get this one on just right. This pad is so sticky, I love it. Okay. And we use very, 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 very little of the paste. Okay, very little. All right, there's that one. His other eye, I feel is going to be like this other big one. Because I really don't see a big piece for his mouth. So we're going to go with this guy. Try to get it in the middle. And if it's turned upside down. If you don't get it just right, it's okay. You can even just color these black and no one would be the wiser. No one would be the wiser. Probably really hard to see on that black on this, isn't it? All right, I'm just going to kind of put these evenly spaced here, and we're just going to go one by one here. See if one looks more oval than the other. This guy and that guy. that one. I feel like this one could go on this guy. Again, it doesn't, they're all so close in shape. What I will do though is when the cutouts are shipped to you, we will definitely keep them in a specific order. So what you may have to do is like pop it out, but that won't be hard to do. They pop right out. Okay, there's that one. And last but not least, I'm going to bring that guy down here. Again, you could just paint these little cutouts with black and be done. And not even bother with it. Okay, this one, just gonna put a little bit there. All right, let's get some air on these guys. We do have his 3 buttons. This is on this transfer. All right, so I think I have these figured out. At least I thought I did. That one's definitely that one. One. This guy is on this one. Just have to turn it. Oh, it's just so sticky. Sticky. I chose, like when I cut this transfer part, I just kind of chose to keep some sections together, because you know it would be really easy to lose the smaller stuff. So I try to keep some parts together. All right, there's that one. And last but not least, here. I'm gonna kind of hold this up. Are you, I am a little off camera here. Okay. Voila. Voila. Okay, let's get this all dry. And then we'll put our friends together. Finally. All right, so let's get our special glue. If anyone needs, this glue is kind of like a super glue. So it does dry pretty quickly. Just need to snip the edge off here. Okay. Throw that out. Let's close this up. All right, now we're gonna zoom out a little bit for you. this one up. Might as well get that done. Okay. That. All right, let's put our gingy together first here. Still need to figure out how I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do some thread or something. I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna get that attached. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna lift this up. Whoa. And I'm just gonna put a little thin layer on the inside there. And I'm gonna kind of bring it up there. Just kind of hold it down for a minute. It will slide around on you for a little bit until it completely starts to dry. Same on this side. Down for a minute. It did have a connecting bow tie, but like I said, we kind of just snipped them off with some scissors. And that was the end of that. Okay. Take his face off for a minute. And I want to see, I'm going to probably just line it pretty much like here. I think I might just do something cute like off to the side. So I'm just going to do a thin line along the edge here. Wow, that pretty much got stuck pretty quickly. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do with his eyes. We want his eyes to be, that looks like he's sleeping. Kind of. So we gotta get his little cheeks on there. I'm gonna make his cheeks kind of go down a little. Cute. Isn't he adorable? Okay. Let's do the smile first because we can go off the smile. Careful when you're dabbing this on your wood because this is like a super glue. I'm putting very little on. It does not take much. This, I'm really starting to like this glue when I use it for my wood kits and that kind of thing. Trying to see if his cheeks are even. If not, it's okay. He's still gotta be cute. All right. Literally a little dab in the middle. I got some on my finger. Okay, last little piece. Oh, I do know I do want to do his little squiggles. I was going to cut those out, but I didn't want to waste any more time today. I wanted to get with you guys, and so I'm going to just chalk those right on our gingerbread guy. Okay, there's his cute little face. All right, we're gonna bring that transfer back over. Forgot about that. Forgot about our little squiggles. All right, so we're gonna grab our white, bright white. Grab a little teeny squeegee that I've cut up here. Mix this up. And go straight across. All right. Remove. Let's turn him. That makes him look so much more like a gingy. All right, this guy. Do again over here. Now, if you want like a mirror effect, like if you want the squiggle to look just like the mirror, a mirrored look, then you're going to want to chalk on the sticky side of the transfer. It can be done. Feels a little weird when you do it, but it can be done. But you want to make sure you just really clean it well. So cute. All right, let's get his legs done too. Got to do that. And our gingerbread friend will be done. Our festive gingy will be all ready. Okay. Peel. And then one more. Now maybe I'll just do this upside down, so it'll be a little different. One little swoop across, get that excess off, and then peel. So cute. Now he's perfect. Oh my gosh, look at him. So adorable. Again, we just need to figure out how to attach this. I already tied the knot. If I would have thought about it, we could have, I don't think I would have got this ribbon through there. So I think we're gonna have to get a little string. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have a small enough like tie. I don't think I have a small enough tie to do that, like a zip tie. So I'll have to find some string or a very, very small piece of something. Let me see. Let's see what I got here. See if I got anything first. Let's see. I got a little bit of this. We could unravel it. Let's see here. We just need a little bit. take one whole section of this string, pull that out. Okay. And then we'll cut it. All right. Just gonna wet the edges there. There we go. We're just going to see if we can pull this up a little bit. Get it under there. And just tie it in here. Oh, jeez. Whoopsie. Stronger than I thought that I was. Or that string is really weak. And then I'm going to double knot it on what's left here. And then we'll just trim that off. Okay, let's just trim that off. Cutie, cutie, patootie. Oh my gosh, he's adorable. He's so cute. Oh, look at him. He's so cute, you guys. There's our little Gingy. All right, let's put him up here. Let's bring our snowman over. Let's build our snowman. Yes, I want to build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman with me? Should we tilt his hat? I think we should tilt his hat. I think that would be a fun little twist. Cutie Mr. Snowman. Okay. We'll have his nose go the other way. This on his hat. So I'm just going to kind of concentrate on the berries and a little bit of the greenery. Okay, now his eyes, his mouth, and then his 3 buttons. Not much to our snowman. We could, so here's all those pieces parts. We could, let's grab the bow tie. How about we add the bow tie? That way nothing is wasted, right? It was painted, so we ought to use it. All right, these are his eyes. Probably put them close together, why not? And then his mouth. Oh, look at him, he's so cute. All right, let's put the bow tie, I think goes like this. Hold that down. Okay. You can turn the buttons any way you wish. You know what would have been really cute are some black boots. Little black boots would have been cute. I'm going to keep his buttons pretty close together here. Okay, we just need to work on that face. Got everything, right? Okay, put that on the side. Hi, Neva. I want to say, I thought I saw someone say, let me see what they said. I can't remember what they said. It does. It fit like the last, I can't remember if it's bigger or smaller. I think the transfer will fit on these with, you know, the given little border. Trying to look at his little smile, see what I want to do with his smile. He's got a really big nose, although the nose I think is supposed to go the other way, so it kind of looks funky, but I like it. Excuse me, he's my funky little snowman. Let's see here. Should we even his smile out? There we go, he looks. Yes. Most definitely. All right, I'm gonna take these one by one, guys. One by one. I do think it's up. Whoa! I do think it's upside down, but that's okay. Only I'll know, right? No one else will know, except for you all. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All good. Does look a little funky upside down. No way getting it off now, not with this glue. Not with this glue. There, aw, he's so cute. So cute. All right, there's our snowman. We got to get, oh, wait a minute. You know what? Remember, we were going to do this on him. But we'll give him the bow tie. That's fine. We can even just give him the bell. Bell right in the middle. Somehow glue that on. I'm sure this would glue it on, but I bet if we used some some glue, hot glue, I bet. Let's try some wood glue. See if that helps. Just a little glob in the middle of his bow tie. And I may add a drip of this on top. And we're gonna put his bow, the bell, right in the middle. And then we're gonna just let it sit. We're not gonna bother it. We are not gonna bother it. All right. We are done with our friends. My gosh, here are my festive friends, you guys. Yay! I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. And I hope you make sure you grab yourself the transfer and a couple of the chubbies before they sell out, because I'm sure those will sell out quickly. These are darn cute, if I must say so. All right, guys, thanks for joining me tonight.